Welcome back. The National Gas Company has announced a profit of just over $1 billion. That's for the 9-month period, which ended on September 30th. And it follows a loss of $42 million for the prior period last year. In tonight's Energy Matters segment, we talk with NGC Group Chairman Conrad Enil about how this turnaround happened and also about future plans for the company and COVID vaccination of NGC workers.
Energy Matters is brought to you by the National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago Limited. Energy Matters.
We were at a stage where we had no contracts in place, we had gas, we had little hope of doing anything positive. And then we entered into some discussions around gas that we had and where we would like to put it. And we recognized that by putting it into LNG, particularly in the Caribbean market, we could at least reduce the losses that we were looking at. And therefore, we took the decision to do that. Shortly thereafter, the markets changed. The prices redounded because some of the events in COVID, with the vaccinations coming on stream, countries around the world started to open up the economies. That created demand and that created price increases. And the NGC was able to benefit from that in two significant ways. The first one is that gas that it had contracted now was available to the downstream petrochemical plants because they were able, for the very first time, to see a future in which there was some profitability, and therefore they came to us and we did what we promised. We gave them priority, and today all those plants are fully operational. Our profits today came as a result of two things. One, the work that we have been doing over very quietly in restructuring the organization and putting the people and resources that are required for us to exist in a world that is changing dramatically. NGC exists with the other players, the BPs and the Shells in that space, and therefore we need to understand what that space means and take decisions in our best interest, and that is exactly what the group did. Every single company in the group at this point in time is profitable. Every single company in the group has a mandate going forward. We've just finished the budgeting exercise, and we're doing two things. One, we are making sure that the company continues to be very efficiently run by looking at best-in-class practices wherever we can get them, we benchmark. We're looking at value leakage issues. There are some leakage issues. And we're also looking at the transitional arrangements and focusing on the green agenda. But we are doing so in tandem with others. So we're not ahead, we're not behind, we are simply right there in the middle of it, trying to move positively forward, but at the same time, cautiously so, while we engage in the business that we are familiar with and look at new opportunities that are emerging. We've taken all the hits that we need to take insofar as contracts that were uneconomical, insofar as infrastructure that was reduced, and therefore we had to take those write-offs. We took those already. We've paid for some of the investments that didn't go well. We've paid off for the Atlantic Train 1 investment. We are in the process of purchasing some additional assets that we think will add to our profitability. We are buying interest in heritage assets. We are also looking at putting some investments in our technology. We are doing a technology program right now intended to bring us best in class. People should get vaccinated because that's the only thing that we have in our group. We have distinguished ourselves. We have a very high percentage of individuals who have accepted the vaccine, and those who have not done so for medical reasons. And very shortly they will come on board. So the group has performed well as well in that matter, and it augurs well for us, and we are extremely proud of it.
Energy